This feature needs to be in Borderlands 4. Now, I am not playing a Borderlands game today. I am playing Wayfinder, which we have covered on the channel before. And it's just gone into its relaunch, which is coming out on the 11th of June. Founders can play it right now, though. And this game has implemented a feature which I suggested for Borderlands 4 on Twitter a long time ago. So this is something which I really feel will take the loot system to a whole new level. And it basically revolves around the idea of prestiging or like masterworking the items in the game. So this game has a loot system, and every single item you find, along with the characters you play, has these star icons. And these star icons are your awakening levels. Now, there is a mechanic in the game called awakening, which allows you to basically level up the base stats of the weapon and increase some of its extra stats. But how do you actually awaken items in the game? Well, you need to get materials from the game to do it. So like for my sword here, you'll see to awaken it to level 2, I need gold, I need like silver spectra, unstable spectra, gem of avarice, prismatic arcanite, and once I get enough, I can awaken this weapon. So I don't actually know if I'm too broke to do this or not, but I'm going to awaken my weapon right here. And we're going to go to level 3. So I get all of the stuff. And now I can awaken this weapon. And it's had its base stats increase and all that cool stuff. Oh wait, I didn't actually do it. Okay, here we go. We're going to try again. There we go. This is live TV. So there, I have awakened it. And it has improved my weapon. Now, this is something I want to see in Borderlands 4. Because it's going to make your weapons feel more personal to you and the roles that you get. And obviously I know what you're thinking, like this would be really bad because they're just going to do like classic Gearbox at 20 level caps and then you've wasted all of that for nothing. But this is why I really like the way Wayfinder's doing this, because the way the awakening mechanic works is that, for example, my Windmother's Fang is now awakened level 2. Any Windmother Fang that I get after this is going to be level 2. So this is a character-wide, or rather account-wide progression, so that this sticks to this weapon as a whole. So say, for example, on screen, I have an Unkempt Herald, and I was to get this up to like Prestige, Awaken, or Mayhem, or Transcendent, whatever you want to call it, level 5, and then I find another one in the future, it will also have that same progression. Gearbox can do this through the profile system, which they already have in place, and it would be a good way to make the loot system feel more personal to you and add more replayability. This is something which I think is important to talk about because it's something that Borderlands has been dwindling on for a while now. It's replayability. A lot of the DLCs in Borderlands 3 are really good, but ultimately where does the replayability come from? It does not come from the NPCs, it comes from their loot system. The Flipper is constantly farmed in DLC 3 because this is a form of replayability in a looter shooter. It's a core mechanic that people interact with, and ultimately adding more ways to personalize that is good. Now, this also applies to characters in Wayfinder, which I don't think should happen in Borderlands personally, but it is a cool thing to think about. Now, just thinking about the amount of loot in Wayfinder, of which there's probably 60 to 70 items roughly, I'm not sure yet because I'm not at the end of the game, that's a lot of damn replayability to get all the materials to max out every single weapon in the game. Now imagine that system in Borderlands and the amount of incredible grind there would be. Here's the thing, of course, if you tie this to stat increases like damage on the weapon, ultimately you may run into issues with people complaining that because they're not sinking 90 hours into the game, they're being punished and their weapons are worse. And there are workarounds for this. And that is to just simply not increase stats like weapon damage, accuracy and whatnot, and make it stuff which is going to be more personable, or just stuff that is going to have less of a dramatic impact on the player, like we did with the Pearl Intrinsics in the Wonderlands Redux mod. Download it now. So yes, that's just a little video which I wanted to make to talk about this mechanic, because I ultimately think that Borderlands 4 is closer than we think. But yes, this is actually something I want to see in Borderlands 4, and if you guys want to see that too, leave a comment section down below. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'll check you in the next one. Take it easy.